What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ground Force Gaming. Nova here, and as always, DatSkat is here as well. DatSkat, what's up?
What's going on, dudes?
We are not doing this video today because we want to share something insightful or new with you, but it's mostly just to make sure that you are doing the correct thing to do right now, which is what?
Get Fire Adon now.
Um,
What are you waiting for? You should have been
yeah.
already moving your thumb to get Fire Adon, to spend your gems
Oh,
on Fire
yes.
Adon
If you
right
are
now.
hearing this now for the first time, you're too late. No, I'm just kidding. There's still time. But look, guys, I don't want to like mess around with reasoning behind this. The truth of the matter here is if you look at your leaderboard in the boss fights, you're going to notice a pattern. Look at these massive scores and look at who is doing it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
insane.
And for a regular faction fighter to do it, I mean, the game has graced us
Oh
with
my
Fire
gosh.
Adon. He's not that hard to get to SSS, especially if you're been playing the game for a while and have a bunch of resources, and your
Right.
item rewards are pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you're just starting the game, build this character, guys. But I maybe not right away because he is a boss
Yeah.
fighter. Like,
I mean,
you know,
it's one of those things like if you haven't already started this process now, there's only one boss fight left. We're getting reset tonight, so
yep,
you're going to want to see this, definitely be done by the next event that comes around. But even still, like for
yeah,
Shadowlands or even in boss fights in Guild and Crusade, like
yeah.
this is a must build. And like Scat said, we've been graced with the normal faction fighter in this instance because with numbers like this, like let's be real here, he should be a special summon unit. We don't see numbers like
He's
this.
he should be a legendary unit. My goodness,
Yeah, we don't see numbers like this anyone, from anyone else in gaming. We never have since the start of the game. It's insane. Was this an accident? Did they accidentally
maybe
make him
maybe
OP?
like
I don't
a
know.
maybe like a dull seam or something. That would be the only fighter that I can
Yeah,
think of that has scaling
sure,
quite to
sure.
the effect of Fire Dawn.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
not the same.
insane. But
It's pretty impressive.
we saw the numbers, and luckily I had some gems saved up from over the last like a month or so, and I was able to just go for the choice summon for him. Like normally I would say don't do choice summon, just wait and build people with time, but
Yeah.
that's because nobody else shows up like this and puts up numbers in this way. Like unfortunately, you do need to build him like completely. You're not going to be able to get away with pulling off a crazy score with like a fighting spirit level 20 and no vehicles or 3 out of 6 vehicles. Like you need his whole kit for him to really pop. But
Yeah. Well,
man, it's worth
you're
it.
gonna see some return on your investment at FS20 and 3 out of 6 vehicles. That's currently where I have
Some.
my Fire Dawn.
Right. Yeah,
And
let's take a look at your score here. Oops.
perfect. Yes,
Not
yeah,
that.
yeah.
This.
Pull that up.
You
But what
were
I'm
mid
saying is
20s, I
like
think, yeah.
something like that. 26. I haven't really been
Okay,
pushing
I found
because
you. So
my Fire
you
Dawn isn't 6 out of 6.
Yeah. Okay, so so this is the point to really drive this home here. So DatSkat's is 3 out of 6 vehicles, FS20, right?
Yep. Well, it's like 24, but yeah,
Okay.
essentially FS20.
Hitting for 268 million. That puts this team at 384. That's his top performing team,
Yep.
and he's not even maxed. Okay, and then we look at mine for example. So not a whale. Let's look at my score here. Mine is FS30 and 6 out of 6, and he hit for 1 billion.
Yeah. Come on now. Come on, guys.
It's wild. It's absolutely, I can't even believe
Yeah.
it. Like
And
I'm
it's
just
and it's
baffled.
pretty consistent where another team some people would use for scaling stats like this in these boss fights would be the
Yeah,
Flame Chung Li Dalsim team,
sure.
right? And that's great, but it's not that like it's not that easy to get that team to scale and pull off. But the Fire
No,
Adon play is pretty consistent.
that's the nice thing about this is it frees up if you have Flame Chun-Li, it frees her from Dulcim because
Yep.
that it's unpredictable. Sometimes it does well. Sometimes you got to tweak it and do different things in manual to make things pop. And you got to use these weird teams to do it. This, you don't have to use a weird team. You just use something that makes sense. Get some shielding up, get some health going. And this team too, like you don't need Flame Chun-Li. You don't need Summer Elena to make him pop. You can pair him with other people. You can use different tanks. Like Abel's available. He's normal faction for everybody. If you haven't started building him, he's definitely a must build too. But you can just use regular Elena for healing and use Fashion Blanca. That's a legendary available to everyone. You have options.
You can use a beefy assist fighter,
Sure.
some assist fighter that's going to help you keep him alive.
Yep.
But guys, did you see those stats? I mean, like the writing's on the wall.
It's
like
insane.
you got to get him.
Yeah.
And I even think that, and I rarely would advise something like this ever, but I think that you're able to, put something that you're working on right now on the shelf to build Fire Adon, especially if you can get it done before the next boss event, which would be HWA is just about to start, so PvP is going to reign king for a hot second here. But there's going to be another boss event or
of course,
another special summon unit or a collab maybe. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since a collab.
That's true. That is true.
Anyway, guys.
But the truth still stands here. We have never seen numbers like this before. So if you're not built, and it's astronomical. It's not like it's 100 million. It's not like it's 150 million difference. We're talking like 500 million, 600 million, 700 million point difference.
We're talking about your ability to place in the top.
Yeah.
Of your leaderboards.
Like I would
because of this fire.
And I'm not going to do it, but I would guarantee if I scrolled down here and clicked on every single stat, almost everyone would be using him.
Yeah.
It's wild.
If you're not
that good,
you need to get on the bandwagon. That is what we are talking about.
Drop what you're doing. Build
talking about bandwagons.
He is the number one priority for build in the game right now. Period.
And why might Nova say this? Well, I'll tell you. Because the boss events are where the best rewards are, guys.
Oh yes.
And PvP rewards are okay.
Sure.
PvE rewards, they're needed, right?
Yep.
But the boss event and the boss fighting rewards, man, I tell you, if you can start etching out a couple of those teams, you're really going to see a return for your investment here.
Yep.
If you're just starting the game, you should think about building your Guile, Bisanki, and Bison team to get through campaign, right?
Right. Of course.
That's a great idea.
Of course.
But then your priority is going to shift to these boss fights.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look, do you want divination tickets and special summon tickets?
There you go.
Boss fights.
Boss fights.
That's where you're going to get this. Every event right now, I'm getting at least 40 divination tickets. Just from the baseline rewards, right? Like not from the other event things that you can get tickets from, but I can't get top 3. Like, let's be real here. These scores are insane.
Well, nor should you be able to. The whales need to have their place, their lane on this highway, right?
They need that win.
Yep.
They bought it. Let them have it.
I'll take 100%. It's a business.
I'll take 8th place. I'm good with it.
Isn't that nuts, guys?
Yeah, it's insane.
Free to play, and I'll remind you guys, we're on Battlezone 2. These are some hardcore players at this point. Yep. These are players that have been playing since day 1.
Correct.
So to get 8th?
Yeah. And I mean, I've picked up the legendary, but that's what I do. Legendary fighters. That's it. And let's not look at that as like some crazy thing that helps me out, because really the only one that's worth getting is Flame Chun-Li.
Yeah, 100%.
You can not get the other ones.
However, you don't need to. This game is totally free to play friendly. If you work the systems and
correct.
Fire Adon is a fighter that proves it. Regular faction, easy to build, game-changing unit. The game giveth, guys.
The game
giveth.
So I'd love to hear what you guys think about him. Let us know in the comments. If you're not in our Discord already, you should definitely join it. The link is in the description. We have it in our bio as well. Let's just end the video on that note. Build it, Flame Adon, or Fire Adon. Join our Discord. That's all there is to say. Do it now. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.
Peace.